the Let's Master English podcast, and I'm your host, Coach Shane. Copyright restricted. Hello, everybody. That was Bill. That is right now. We're still listening to him. Lovely day. Lovely day. That is Bill Withers with his fantastic song called Lovely Day off his Menagerie album. What a great song from a long time ago, and I love it. You're listening to the Let's Master English podcast. I'm your host, Coach Shane. It's great to be with you. We've got hopefully lots to talk about. We're going to talk about the United States election. Yeah, everybody wants to know, what's going on? Is Biden the winner? Is Trump giving up? Why doesn't Trump give up? I know, it's a big question. I don't have the answers, but we will talk about it. We'll talk about some weather. Hopefully we'll find something funny and interesting to talk about too. And we are live. I'm trying this live. Only Rodrigo is with me right now. So hopefully we'll have some questions. I'll do some Q&A to answer your questions. And of course, we've got lots of music coming at you too. And I will take requests if you are listening to this live. So how do you know when this LME podcast is live? Well, to be honest, it's a really good question, and I do not have a good answer. What I can tell you is when I am able to go live, that means when my wife agrees to take care of my two boys, well, then what I will do is I will post the link and the information. I'll post it on Box for all of our students. I'll also post it on Twitter and Facebook. I will put the link there. And the link might look strange to you because it's a go-to meeting link. So yeah, it's not perhaps the most convenient style of link. However, with this link, I will be able to talk to you if I want to. Yeah, and I probably do. Because I like all of you. Well, almost all of you. Not all of you, but most of you. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into the music. And we've got some, I guess about 10 years ago, almost 15 years ago, I was a big fan of this group. Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, do you know them? Oh, it's good stuff. Black Eyed Peas. They had some great music. This is a song a little bit silly, but I still like it anyway. It is called Boom Boom Pow. Copyright restricted. There you go. That is the Black Eyed Peas. Oh, they just keep playing. Yeah, more Black Eyed Peas. No, we'll stop that. Stop that right now. No more Black Eyed Peas. Boom Boom Pow. I'm so 2006. You're so 2000 and late. So what that? I think she said 3006, something like that. So I guess that song is probably from the year 2008. Does anybody know for sure? Yeah, I'm not certain, but yeah, it's been a while. Right now it's 2020. 12 years ago. That's a long time ago. Long time ago indeed. But it's a good song. Boom, boom, pow. It's funny because I used to do a radio show in South Korea, and we took this song and took the lyrics and changed them to match our radio show. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, we enjoyed that. All right, so once again, the topic of the day, and it has been for the past week, is the U.S. presidential election, right? Everybody wants to know, what the hell is going on, right? Is, Biden, evidently he has the most votes, so therefore he is the winner, right? And Trump is arguing, not so fast. It seems as though there have been some issues during the election. In particular, there have been problems in states where they say the race was closest. battleground states. States like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin. These states. Now, normally, in a normal election year, these states are not that important. Of course, any presidential candidate wants to win as many states as possible, but typically those states are not important states. However, in 2020, they have become very important states. And there have been some weird things that have occurred in these states. And I'll tell you, on election night, Georgia was Trump's. Arizona was Trump's. Pennsylvania was Trump's. Michigan was Trump's. And Wisconsin was Trump's. Now, if I'm wrong, you can please correct me, but I believe that's true on election night. But what happened was, after all the in-person voting stopped, they started opening up mail-in ballots. Now, they had been doing this for some time. It's not that they, as soon as the live in-person voting stopped, then they started opening envelopes for mail-in ballots. They had been doing that during the day, but something interesting happened. And, maybe it's true. I don't know. But what's interesting is nearly all, I'm not joking, in some cases, all the mail-in ballots went to Joe Biden. Enough so that Trump lost all of those states. All of them. Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Now, there are other things that are very interesting. As you probably know, President Trump was very active in his campaigns. He went all over the United States constantly, every day, to cities, and not dozens, not hundreds, but thousands of people came out to see him. They would drive along the highways and very long, in one case in Arizona, there was a strip of cars. They called it a Trump parade that was 100 miles long. In kilometers, that would be 160 kilometers of nothing but Trump flag-bearing cars. That's insane. That's crazy. Thousands of people, wherever he went, thousands of people would come out to see him, to cheer him on, wearing their Trump, T-shirts and waving flags. On the other hand, when Joe Biden would go out and campaign, very few people. I mean, if you go to a Starbucks before COVID-19, there were more people in Starbucks than there were at a Joe Biden rally. And it wasn't just Joe Biden. Barack Obama went out to campaign for Joe Biden. Nobody showed up. Lady Gaga went out to campaign for Joe Biden. Very few people showed up. Not nobody, very few. Very few people showed up. Nothing like the Trump rallies. Joe Biden himself was not that active on the campaign. Only in the last 2 days was he fairly active, appropriately active. Before that, he was home. Joe Biden did 0 press interviews. None. And And yet the media, and when I say the media, I mean CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, MSNBC, and even Fox News seemed to find no problems with Joe Biden, and they loved him, and Joe Biden received almost zero negative press. But as you know, during the past 4 years, Donald Trump was constantly receiving bad press. He's a rapist. He's friends with Putin. He's anti-lesbian, LGBTQRST. I apologize. I don't know all the letters. He's anti-that. He's anti-black. He's anti-woman. He's anti-American Indian. He's anti-Asian. If you're an immigrant, get out of here. He's going to kidnap your kids. Constantly. He's a white supremacist. And if you actually do research on all of those accusations, all of them, it turns out none of them were true. Now, is President Trump a nice guy? In my opinion, in my personal opinion, he's a jerk. Jerk. He's an asshole. He's not nice. He isn't. But I think most people who voted for Trump knew that. They knew he wasn't particularly nice, but they wanted somebody who was not a typical politician. Okay? And he became president, and the media and the other politicians hated him. On the other hand, Joe Biden, despite his lack of energy, his lack of passion, his lack of credentials, he was in the government for 47 years and didn't actually accomplish anything. Oh, no. He did. He accomplished one very important thing. He created a law that affected black Americans more than any other American. And the law was basically, if you are arrested in any type of minor incident, for example, you had marijuana, some drugs, nothing too serious. Anyway, you went to jail. And you went to jail for years for a minor offense. Now, personally, I'm anti-drugs, but for years in jail, I'm not so sure. Anyway, he made that law, and that law became an American law. Interestingly, Donald Trump canceled that law. But the media doesn't tell you about that. Now, people who do research, they discover that he did, in fact, cancel that law. And that's a good thing, in my opinion. So back to the election. Up until election eve, Trump had won those 5 states. And then Trump lost it. Biden suddenly received hundreds of thousands of votes. Not thousands. Hundreds of thousands of votes, and was declared the winner this past Saturday by CNN and Fox and AP News. Trump disagrees. He has found anomalies, and I'll spell that for you. I got to spell it out here for myself. ANOMALY, but plural, so ANOMALIES. Anomalies is a great word, and it means strange things. Strange things. Problems. Irregularities. Abnormalities. Something weird. And as I described once again, what that weird thing was. So what the Trump administration is going to do is they are going to go to court. They'll try to fight these results in court. And they'll do it probably, I don't know exactly, in Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. Again, Trump won those states on election night, and suddenly, boop, that disappeared after election day. So they're gonna find out what's going on. Every election, there are always anomalies. Always, dead people voted, somebody cheated. That always happens. But the difficulty for Trump is proving that hundreds of thousands of votes went bad. That's not easy. What do I think? Will Trump win or will Biden win? I'll tell you after we listen to another song. We need a song break. And I don't have any requests. I would love to get some requests from the people who are watching or listening live. But I think what I'll do is I'll do a song, a USA kind of branded song. It's Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Enjoy. Copyright restricted. That's the boss. They call him the boss. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Great song. Good song. Appropriate song to talk about when we're talking about the United States election. So the question I left you with was, who do I personally think will win the election? IMHO. In my humble opinion, I believe that Biden will win. Am I happy? Not especially. To be honest, it doesn't matter to me. Hopefully my taxes won't go up. Other than my taxes, I really don't think there's any huge impact on my life. We'll see. That's for sure. There's a lot of, everybody's talking about, Biden's going to go left. It's going to be socialist. It's going to become communist. Yeah, could. I don't think so. We'll see. And actually, if it does, I can guarantee probably 4 years later, it will be reversed. And maybe Trump will get elected then, or maybe his son. I don't know what will happen. But once again, I think it's going to be extremely difficult for Trump to prove that there were hundreds of thousands of illegal votes. If he does, well, then probably he will win. But he doesn't have much time. There are basically two deadlines coming up. One, I think, is December 20th. And that's when the government-structured election takes place. And I'm not going to get into details, but right now the American public has voted. But then the public has a representative called an elector. And that elector will go to Washington, D.C. and vote. Now, 99% of the time, the elector votes the way the people in the state voted. 99% of the time. So once again, on December 20th, the electors will go to Washington, D.C. and make the final vote, which 99.999% of the time represents what we already know. Okay? It's actually kind of unique, maybe complicated, but a system, the American election system. But anyway, basically, when the people vote for somebody, that person wins. Basically. Anyway, that's December 20th. So that is the first deadline. So Trump had better have some very good legal proof by then. If he does, then he can go a little bit more. The next deadline, as far as I know, is January 20th. That is called Inauguration Day. And that is the day that we change hands, when either Trump begins his second term or Joe Biden begins his first term. So December 20th and January 20th, those are some big dates for the Trump legal team. And in my opinion, he's not going to be able to prove it. If he does, good for him. But I think it's almost impossible. We've got a couple of people online live right now. We've got Rodrigo, who's exercising with his wife in Chile. We've got Coach Paul, who's in the very cold Brazil. We've got Moses. I don't know where Moses is. Is he in Egypt?
Honduras.
Honduras. Okay, he's in Honduras, not Egypt. And we've got Yuan Chao, who's in China. So we're all over the world. So guys, gentlemen, I ask you, all men today, what do you think about the American election? Who do you think's going to win? Is it done? Is it not over? Do you have any questions? Nobody? Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yuan Chao, go ahead. Yuan Chao and then Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think election is down. Biden win the election, but the AP News hold the election.
Right. AP News. That's right, Yuan Chao. AP News declared that Donald Trump won, but the AP News is a private news company, and private companies do not decide the election. They can tell us probably what is going to happen, but they don't decide it. So everybody likes to believe AP.
So what else is going to happen?
I just explained. Maybe you missed some of it, but there's a lot of problems, and Donald Trump will or is currently contesting. He's fighting some of the key battleground state election results. Okay, and once again, those states, the battleground states, are Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. There are, as I said earlier, anomalies. There are anomalies, and he is contesting those anomalies. But like I said, in my opinion, it will be very, very difficult to prove those anomalies when we talk about, like I said, there's always anomalies, but hundreds of thousands of anomalies he must prove. And that is the difficult part. Does that make sense, Yuan Chao?
Yes.
Yeah. Paul, go ahead.
In Brazil, we use a different system. We use machines, etc. They say that it doesn't work too good.
Are you using electronic machines?
Yes, and they're not connected. They see that they're totally offline. They say.
Oh. That's smart. Okay.
Yeah, we don't believe it, because you can, upload something there.
Right.
For the election.
I'll tell you something, and Coach Paul, I'll tell you something really interesting, and this is actually quite shocking, and I'm going to find the story. Michigan voting software update, and this is if you guys are watching live, you can see this. So in Michigan, one of the counties was using a voting software. It was online. Guys, listen to this. This is insanity. During the election, the company who made the software updated their software during the election. And what happened was 6,000 Donald Trump votes went to Biden. Only Donald Trump. not any of the other elections, just Donald Trump. It was just a problem. Now, my question is, was it a problem or was it a feature? And there's a big difference. A problem is not something that's not good. A feature is something really good. So this is insanity. So that's an example of some of the anomalies that have taken place. So, Paul, when you say in Brazil, the electronic voting machines are not online, is that what they say?
They say it, but they need to use something to block any Wi-Fi signal there.
So the Brazilian people are smart and they don't believe it.
Yeah, they don't.
Give me pen and paper.
Yeah, but since 1995 we're doing it, and it's very, very convenient.
Yeah, it is. It's fast.
Exactly. But I don't believe they are not online, because
it's hard to believe nowadays. Your goddamn refrigerator is online. Well, if you have a smart refrigerator.
It's buying food for you.
I know. You are low on milk. Oh, shut up. I don't need my refrigerator talking to me.
I run from the house.
I know. It's like a ghost.
Run. Exactly.
All right. Any other questions? Any other questions?
It's complicated.
It is. Any other questions about the U.S. election or anything? Otherwise, we're going to go into a song. We got Susan joined in. Freya joined in. No questions? Are you guys... So I'll ask you a personal question. Paul? Oh, no, I shouldn't do that because I'm going to get you in trouble. I was going to say Biden or Trump. Or doesn't matter.
I follow your instructions since DDM7.
Wow.
You remember?
Well, that was that the Great Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Give me the line, Paul. Give me the line, Coach Paul.
Yeah. There are 3 things I've learned to never discuss with people.
3 things never to discuss. And what are they?
Religion.
Politics.
And the Great Pumpkin.
With that, we're going to go to Eddie Grant. Do you guys know Eddie Grant? Oh, he was big in the 1980s. And his song, Electric Avenue. Enjoy it.
Copyright restricted.
We gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not Eddie Grant, but that is a great song. I hope you guys remember that song. Probably not. Many of you are probably still too young to know anything about great 1980s music. But I'm old enough to know. Hey, let me tell you guys, I go all the way back to the Beatles. Norwegian Wood, one of the best songs in the world. All right, we're going to talk about some weather, everybody. Where I live right now, it is, what's the date? It is November 9th, 2020. The average temperature for me right now is actually should be around 0. Okay? But right now, the current temperature, I'm talking Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The current temperature where I live is insanely hot. I'm sweating right now. My windows are open. It is 12 degrees Celsius. I feel like an egg frying in a frying pan. It is insanity, guys. I'm sweating my ass off. I've got a drink here with ice in it. I am so hot. This is ridiculous. It is clear. Tomorrow, the high is going to be, are you ready? 20 degrees. I am livid. It is way too hot. It is insanity. I don't know what the hell is going on. I do have good news. They say on Saturday, the high temperature will be 5 degrees and the low will be -1. I hope so. And I'll tell you what, personal information. Next week, Tuesday, I need to go to the car dealer because I bought new tires, winter tires for my car. And they're not just winter tires, they're studded tires. And what that means is basically in the wheel, in the rubber, they put studs, which are metal. They're like nails. So in the winter with the ice and I drive along, it's very easy for me to have traction. So my wheels don't spin. It's very safe driving. I live on a hill, so it can be quite dangerous in the wintertime. So I bought some new tires, okay? The guy, when I bought the tires, which was last week, the guy said, "You are lucky, my son. Normally, at this time of year, we already have ice on the roads. But this year, it's crazy. It's going to be 20 degrees tomorrow. But by next Wednesday, listen to this. Next week, Wednesday, the high temperature will be 1. And there will be snow. And like I said, I'm getting my studded tires on Tuesday. Talk about lucky. I'm a lucky, lucky boy. And with that, we need to listen to a lucky, lucky song. This is a good luck song. Luke Combs, everybody. Luke, L-U-K-E, Combs, C-O-M-B-S. Put the K sounds together. Luke Combs. The B is silent, dummy, unless you're dumb B. Luke Combs, When It Rains, It Pours. And that's a request from Coach Paul. And I got to say, it is a damn good song. And it's about luck. In other words, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. And right after that, we got another fantastic request from Rodrigo, rocking the house with his wife. Actually, he's rocking the stairs with his wife in Chile. And it's not very chilly in Chile. And we've got New Sensation from In Excess coming up right after that.
Copyright restricted.
All right, everybody. I hope that you're enjoying the music, having lots of fun. And I'm going to take questions. And once again, I do not want to take questions on the election. But I understand that Coach Paul has a question about the election. Is that right, Coach Paul?
Yep, you're right.
Thanks. Go ahead, Coach.
How can it be possible to exist illegal votes? I didn't understand. Really?
Yeah, so like I kind of said in the beginning, when it comes to, we can call them fraudulent votes, okay? Fraudulent votes. And there's a lot of different methods for fraudulent votes. And I think, I don't care where you are in the world, you will always find fraudulent votes, okay? Fortunately, the numbers of fraudulent votes are small, unless you live in a non-democratic nation, okay? You know, wherever you go. In the United States, I guarantee in every election, people cheated. People always cheat. It's just human nature to cheat. But the problem is, if it's 6 cheating people, that's bad, but who cares? Well, let's talk about U.S. president. If it's 60 cheating people, that's bad, but who cares? If it's 600 people, that's bad, but who cares? If it's 6,000 people, no, that's not big. Basically, who cares? But 6,000? That's a lot of people. If it's 60,000 people, we need to take a look and kind of see what the hell happened, because 60,000 people is not a joke. It's probably not going to change anything, but it's not a joke. When it's 600,000 people, now it's getting serious. Now it's getting serious. And this is what Trump needs to do if he has any hope of doing anything. He's got to get from this 6,000 to 60,000, and actually, he's got to get to 600,000. Somehow, I don't think he can. But somehow, he's got to prove that there is a very efficient, illegal system operating below the election, allowing this many, if not more, illegal votes. So how do they do it, Coach Paul? I don't know. Electronically, I have no idea. Will Trump be able to do anything? I don't think so. What do you think, Coach Paul?
I think it's sad.
It is.
Very sad.
Right now, the sentiment in the U.S., for Biden lovers, yay! Of course. And for Trump lovers, they talk about America and they need to unify. We need to be friends, right? Be friends. This election is not helping. Not helping at all. So it's a sad situation. I got another question here from Trong Ding. Kam ung, thank you, in Vietnamese, hopefully. Hi, Coach Shane. Can I ask you a question? When A is pronounced like a schwa sound, and when A is pronounced like the letter A? That's such a good question. So I have a cat. I have a cat. Okay, right? I mean, we can say both. And both of them are right. They're not wrong. But when do we say I have a cat? When do we say I have a cat? Fantastic question. And the answer is, I'll say 95% of the time. 95, and I'm going to mute everybody. Oh, we got bad audio. There we go. 95% of the time, we say And by the way, it's not necessarily a schwa. There are two possible pronunciations. A short U as in and a schwa as in So I have a cat, short U. I have a cat, schwa. I have a cat, short U. I have a cat, schwa. But what about A? When we want to emphasize. I can't spell emphasize if you're watching live. Not a dog, not a mouse, not an elephant, a cat. Or when so not a dog, a cat. Not several, a cat. One. So we could emphasize either. We could emphasize not a dog, not an elephant, not a horse, a cat. Not cats, not 3 cats, not 12 cats, a cat. One cat. So the times we say a is when we want to emphasize not something else, but this. Or not something else, not a dog, but a cat. Or not 7, but 1. That's when we emphasize a. And I hope that helps. It's a really great question, Trong Ding. And I hope my pronunciation is good. Trong Ding. Is that okay? Good? No good? I don't know. You tell me. I hope it's okay. We got time for one more question. If there is one more question, don't be shy. Lots of people watching live, they see my cats in the background. I've got Minty, which is the brown cat, and Cass, which is the fat white cat. And they say, Susan's saying, oh, your cat is so cute. Yeah, just wait till you see my cat on the barbecue. Then you'll say, oh, your cat is so delicious. It's not true. It's a joke. My English speaking is so poor, I'm afraid I cannot talk with you. Sad. Don't be sad. Yeah, everybody's English is poor in the beginning. Just be confident. Oh, I got Chinese characters. Do you have a question for me? Ni hao.
你好.
Ni hao. 吃饭了吗?
No.
What's your question? What's your name? What's your question?
My name, Chinese name, Ling Su.
Ling Su Su. Ling Su Su.
Yeah.
Good. And what's your question, Ling Su Su?
I don't have a question now. I'm just want to join your, It's the first time I get this meeting.
Oh, well, it's very nice to have you join us, Susu. Taking Us Out is another fantastic song. And you know what? Right now, my DDM VIP students, whom I love, really, we are in the middle. We just actually started a brand new Seinfeld episode in which I named The Gambler. And we're talking about chicken. Oh, man, I haven't had really decent fried chicken in so long. I'll tell you what, I used to live in Korea, and damn, they can cook some fried chicken. They're really good at that. And I haven't had it in America in a long time. About a week ago, I made my own chicken, and to be honest, it tastes like paper. It's just not good. I have to add a lot of salt. And if I add a lot of salt, I can taste some chicken. But basically, it's paper and salt. So I really miss my chicken. DDM VIP members, you guys know this song. It's such a fantastic song. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Kenny Rogers died not too long ago. God rest his soul. One of his famous, most excellent songs is called The Gambler. It's all about gambling and playing poker, everybody. But actually, it's a little bit more than that. It's about life. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon in the next Let's Master English podcast.